Let's go to Canberra now, and joining us live is the independent Senator Jacquie Lambie. Senator, good to see you. First of all, I just want to ask you about a couple of resignations in the works. One confirmed, one is probably going to happen today, according to Josh Frydenberg anyway. Greg Hunt, what are your thoughts on that if he does officially step down later on today?
If you've been one of those people that have stepped down in the last month and you intend to decide over Christmas that you're going to step down as well, I think the public would like to know whether or not you're walking into a plum government job, whether you're going to become an ambassador somewhere or whether the people that you've been working for, whether a pharmaceutical company or anything else, you're walking in as a lobbyist for them. And I think the country is entitled to know. So other than that, they've served their time in here. And I thank them for that, like other people have. But quite frankly, we want to know where you're going next. If you're not getting a job out of what you have done, or because you've been up here, then that's fine. I don't need to know. But if you're moving as an ambassador, you're moving into a lobbyist. The people that you've been that have had good things to do with your portfolio, then I think the public is entitled to know, and we would like to know.
Well, the rumour, I suppose, for Greg Hunt anyway, is that he's heading off to London to be the High Commissioner.
Righto. There you go.
That's the rumour anyway.
You're right, OK, yeah, if they're not that, they're moving them into the AAT, and that's not going very well for them, apparently, and putting them in the court system. And quite frankly, it's becoming an absolute mess. So, fine, go and do your job. This is just getting past the point of ridiculous. It's just absolutely ridiculous.
Why would that be ridiculous?
Why? What is there? No one else? What, we just decide? We don't go through a vetting process. We don't ask people if they are interested. We don't put it out there to the other sectors to say, do you think you can do this job and have a shot at it? You know, it's just an expectation. I know as an independent, mate, we walk out of here and what you'll see is Jacquie in the jungle, not sitting there as an ambassador. So this is how it works. And I think people in Australia have just about had enough of it. Maybe slightly different with Greg Hunt. He's done a lot of time up here, but when you're seeing it with other people, they've been in trouble, whatever, and they've walked straight out of here, and next you know they've been promoted and been given a bigger paycheck. This is what we're sick of.
What are your thoughts on his time as Health Minister?
To be honest with you, I have not had a lot to do with him, apart from pushing, you know. So for me, he's one of those ministers that I just haven't had. The health system is in the hands of the states, so I have a lot more to do with the state ministers in Tasmania, certainly when it comes to health, than what I do with Mr Hunt. I have asked him on a few occasions this year whether or not we could put counsellors on the Medicare rebate so I can get more of those out there, and I'm yet to be able to succeed in getting that. It would be nice. I've got kids out there that are screaming for counsellors in that school system, waiting 8 or 10 weeks. I've got a counsellor or psychologist running around doing 20 or 30 schools at once, and right now they're in dire straits. And I really wish, if he wanted to do something before he left, if he'd please get those counsellors on the Medicare rebate so people can go and see them. And
just a quick reaction to Porter before we get onto a couple of bills today. What's your reaction to him stepping aside?
Well, I think people would have expected that. I have no doubt about that. I'm not sort of what sort of career he's got. Look, I don't know what happened back then, and it's certainly not. I won't be saying anything about that. That's for sure. He's stepping down for a reason. It's obviously done him a lot of damage. Once again, it's not for me. I don't have the evidence in front of me, mate, and I certainly don't want to say too much.
Voter ID laws.
If you do.
Voter IDs laws, Senator, you're voting against them. Why?
So I'm voting against the voter ID laws because, quite frankly, well, we did that last night. Is that bottom line is there is not near enough evidence. There's no evidence on the table, mate. I've got some few old ladies out there or some old people that may have some dementia, may put in a postal vote, and then their family goes and picks them up for a sausage sizzle for the day, takes them for another vote. There is not enough evidence to say this is a rort, which I have not seen that at all. But you know what? I've got to give it to Labor for selling their soul to say, you know what, we'll vote with the voter ID, but we go... we're not voting for the voter ID, but I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll slap these donation laws on the charities out there. What a disgrace Don Farrell, I tell you what, I'll call it for you today. You're an absolute idiot because they didn't have the numbers anyway, mate. You got absolutely sold a duck yesterday by the Liberal Party, and you should be ashamed of yourself what you did to those charities. Absolutely shameful, Farrell. Shameful.
Okay, and one more, Senator, on religious discrimination. Is it dead on arrival?
Well, as far as I know, it's dead on arrival. I'm not voting for it. I can't speak for the other two crossbenchers out there, but what I'm hearing is when it comes to Senator Patrick and Senator Griff, they'll have to come out and confirm that themselves, but I don't believe they have any intention of voting for it. If they don't, I would like to get that out on the table so the LGBTI community can have a bloody Merry Christmas and not have this hanging on their shoulders, mate. That's what I'd like to see. Okay. I'm happy to put it dead in the water today.
Okay, well, I mean, in the House of Reps anyway, Morrison had struck a deal with some of the moderates that protected gay students from discrimination in religious schools. I mean, that's not enough?
That's not what I'm hearing, mate. So I certainly, after leaving here last night, making a few phone calls to that community, and what they're saying no, this is rubbish. This is not working. Okay. So I will, so for me, if they've already looked at it, they're the experts. I'm going to trust that they're saying the right thing, they're doing the right thing. Don't trust the government at all, and I'm certainly not going to put the LGBTI community through this over a Christmas period. So I'm happy to knock its fair out of the water today.
You've had a lively couple of weeks, Senator.
Yeah, mate, long few weeks. I think, You're going to
have a gin and tonic tonight to reflect on the last couple of weeks. I mean, you've been in the news, that's for sure.
You know what? I'm seeing one of my sons that I haven't seen for a while. He's up here with his dad in Canberra, so I'm going to go out and have a nice steak with him tonight, mate, and hopefully it's a piece of Tassie rump.
Senator Jacquie Lambie, it's always good to talk to you. We'll chat to you again soon.
Thanks so much.